ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Comedy Sports! Have we got an exciting matchup for you guys tonight? Your Milwaukee Sparklers versus your Milwaukee Dendrites. First up for the Dendrites over at offensive half with Deborah. The evidence is circumstantial. Over at wide punster, Alicia. All better, all steader. And at the dry humor position and captain of the Dendrites, Rich Creature from the Black Laguna. Now for your Sparklers. At right corner, Smirk Mike D-Day Durenberg. At defensive limp-off, Dave, welcome to Hogwarts. And at quarter brain and captain of the Sparklers, Sarah Radek Calvert. Finally for tonight, your referee, Mark the Biscuit Bradley. Please enjoy the show.
Virtual show extravaganza for you this Friday night. For those of you who have not seen Comedy Sports before, what you're about to see tonight is competitive team comprovisation. And what that means is that we have two teams of athletes competing on the playing field in scenes and games based on suggestions by you, our loyal fans. So we're going to get you guys warmed up here, and we're going to get you guys used to giving suggestions. We will filter all those suggestions through our field manager, FM, and let's get some suggestions in there right now. What I want you to do, get your fingers ready, get your keyboards out, get your keyboard up on your phone, and type in your favorite season of the year. And then after you type in your favorite season of the year, I want you to type in your favorite book. So your favorite season of the year and then your favorite book. Put them both in the chat. We'll check in with FM in just a minute here, and he'll give us some of the suggestions that you guys have placed in there. Now, since this is a competition and it is based on your suggestions, we have some fouls that may be called during the course of this evening's match. It is my job as the referee to acquaint you with those fouls before we proceed. The first foul that can be called at Comedy Sports is the infamous brown bag foul. Everybody, wherever you are, put your hands up over your head and do that with me. Here we go. The brown bag foul. Very good. Brown bag foul occurs when one of the players who's on our virtual playing field says something that is lewd, crude, lascivious, downright dirty, off color, and most importantly, out of context with the rest of the scene. Now, the key phrase is out of context. Comedy Sports is a family show, and we want to try and challenge ourselves and keep the jokes from the waist up. So if I see or hear anything that I deem to be overtly poopy, the offending player will have to wear a brown paper bag over his or her head for the remainder of the scene, and that player's team loses 1 point. That's the brown bag foul. Second foul that can be called at Comedy Sports is the groaner foul. Everybody, wherever you are, choke yourself or someone nearby. Here we go. The groaner foul. Very good. The groaner foul occurs when one of the players who's on the playing field says something that basically amounts to a bad pun. It insults your comedy intelligence. It's a bad dad joke, and it makes you guys audibly groan in pain wherever you are. Now, we can't hear you necessarily, but then you can type in the chat groan. And if our field manager, FM, sees a bunch of groans show up in the chat, he will know that a groaner foul has been committed. He will convey that information to me, and I will blow the whistle and call the groaner foul on the offending player. That player will then, at the end of the scene, have to apologize to you for making you groan. I'll then ask you by an applause, not by an applause vote, but by a vote in the chat there if you accept or decline his apology. And if you guys decline that player's apology, then that team loses 1 point. That's the groaner foul. Any other fouls I will make up as I go along, since, as always, I am drunk with power and Jim Beam. So before we get started with this evening's match here, I need you guys to quickly, we need to check in with FM and see what those suggestions are.
Yes, Mark, we got some great suggestions. As far as seasons go, Shannon loves fall. Antoinette loves her third winter here in Wisconsin. Sarah says summer. Todd's fall. We got Sue and Peggy saying summer. As far as those books go, we have Everybody Poops by by Shannon.
The perennial.
Cat in the Hat, The Cat Who Read Backwards, Sue and Sarah. 21 Balloon says Dick. Oh, and Good Night Moon by Peggy.
Good night, nobody. Good night, air. All right, thank you very much. And I'm just glad that nobody said Wabbit for their favorite season of the year. So thank you guys very much. We will use those suggestions in our scenes when you guys type them in. So before we get started, we need to have a face-off challenge by the captains. Let's bring the captains to center field right now. Welcome the captains with a round of applause, a wave of the fingers, so show your support in the chat for them. And we have Captain Laguna and Captain Calvert. So Captain Calvert, Captain Laguna, you don't have to shake hands necessarily in the sign of good sportsmanship because you can't. But it's good to acknowledge everybody. And since I don't have a coin for the coin toss because I have not left my house and I don't even know what a coin is anymore, we will have a face-off challenge consisting of the game of higher number. I need both captains to think of a number. Let me know when you have thought of it.
Okay.
Okay, Captain Laguna, what is your number?
704.
704. Okay, Captain Calvert, what is your number?
806.
806 is the higher number. So Captain Calvert, you have won the face-off challenge. You can challenge Captain Laguna to any head-to-head game of your devising.
We're going to challenge them to try that on for size.
Ooh, you've been challenged to a try that on for size. Do you accept?
I should have went with 710.
I would have.
Yes, we accept.
All right, very good. So for the game of Try That On for Size, what's going to happen is one player from each team will be up here on the playing field. We'll get a suggestion from you guys, and for our first suggestion, why don't you type into the chat an indoor chore that you hate doing around the house? Okay, so something that you do indoors that you hate doing. All right, one of the players, you know what, since the Sparkler team challenged, they will initiate with an action that looks like that particular chore. So if it's doing dishes, they'll do something that looks like they're doing dishes. And then the Dendrite, or the Sparkler player, I'm sorry, says, I'm doing dishes, try that on for size. Then the Dendrite player has to do the exact same motion, but justify it in the context of a different activity. When he's done, he will say, try that on for size, and then it passes back to the Sparkler player, who has to come up with another different justification. And they will keep going back and forth like that, as long as they can think of something that at least looks to me like what that action is. If I think it doesn't look close enough to their justification, I will blow the whistle and eliminate that player. That player will be out of there. If you can do that, if you have hands, do that with me. Here we go. The out of there. All right, so that player will be out of there. If they repeat an action in their justification that we've already used, that's repetition. They will be out of there. If they do not commit to the action that they're doing, if it looks like they don't believe it themselves, I will eliminate them for lack of commitment. They will be out of there. Once we eliminate a player, we'll get a new player from that player's team, and we'll start a new round about a new suggestion from you guys. The team with players remaining at the end of the round will receive 5 points. So that's how the game is played, and the round is scored. Let's check in with FM. Do we have an indoor chore that people hate doing?
Oh, certainly. We've got a few of them. We've got some good ones. I'm going to go with one that we got a couple times here, which is laundry.
Okay, so we have laundry. So we're going to get our first two players up here. We'll do laundry, and right away, if you want to start typing in an outdoor chore that you hate doing for our next round, let's get an outdoor chore in there next. But we have our first two players on the playing field. You have laundry. Mike Durenberg, you will initiate with doing laundry. Players, both teams, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's begin.
I'm doing laundry. Try that on for size.
I'm getting all these puppies out of this burning building. Try that on for size.
I'm handing all of my back taxes to the IRS. Try that on for size.
I'm a midwife, and this golden constrictor has a long baby. Try that on for size.
I just mowed the lawn and I'm putting it anywhere. Try that on for size.
I'm snaking out this drain. There's a clog down deep.
Yeah. What? I'm doing that too, sure.
Okay, that is unfortunately a hesitation, and we almost had to call Alicia out for not sending it back, but that is an elimination for the red team. Mike is out of there. Let's get a new sparkler player, and let's check in with FM for an outdoor chore that people hate doing.
Yes, we got some good ones here, as always. Very clever fans. Let's go with Todd, who gives us picking up dog logs.
Picking up dog logs. It makes it better if you find a way to make it rhyme, Mike. Okay. So thank you very much. Picking up dog logs. Be careful, players. And now what I'd like next is something that you enjoy doing, a hobby that you enjoy doing in your spare time. If you want to write that in the chat now, but we have picking up dog logs for our second round. Alicia, you won the last round, so you will initiate for this round. Players, begin.
I'm picking up dog logs. Try that on for size.
I'm making a sock puppet. Try that on for size.
I've been soaking in this dish liquid and my hands are still smooth. Try that on for size.
I'm auditioning for Little Shop of Horrors. Try that on for size.
I'm massaging the back of this really tiny person. Try that on for size.
Oh, I can pitch more than an inch. Try that on for size.
I'm pulling the covers over me because they're stolen every night. Try that on for size.
The answer's 5. No, I mean 0. Try that on for size.
Snowball fight with my foot. Try that on for size.
Can't throw things with your foot.
Oh, you were right. You were right.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Sarah is questioning the veracity of that last one. That's not her position to do. She is out of there. That's another elimination for the Sparklers. We are down to our last Sparkler player already. Let's check in with FM for our next activity.
Yes. Let's go with, Sue gave us photography. I like that. Let's go with photography.
So we have photography for this round. And now for the next round, if we need it, type in the chat an activity that you would like to do on vacation. Please keep in mind, we have a brown bag foul. So an activity that you might want to do on a vacation. And we will begin once again with Alicia. She won the last round. We have photography for this round. Players, begin.
Photography. Try that on for size.
I'm having a socially distanced thumb wrestling war. Try that on for size.
I'm so tired, but I'm keeping my eyes open manually. Try that on for size.
I'm doing sign language for slugs. Try that on for size.
Oh my God, Dave, that's adorable.
Okay, Alicia was overcome with feelings by Dave's activity, so she is out of there. Let's get a new Dendrite player, and we'll check in with FM here. What did people come up with for a vacation activity?
Ooh, there are some good things here. I'm going to kind of combine two. Melmaid gave us Disney World. Lisa gave us riding a roller coaster. So let's ride a roller coaster at Disney World.
Ride a roller coaster at Disney World. Okay, so we are riding a roller coaster at Disney World. Just a note for Mr. Voice, Dr. Voice. I think we have a miscue on the picture here.
I don't know why my hand's up either. I'm sorry.
He wants to ride a roller coaster.
So, sorry, and with that, I completely forgot what our activity was, FM.
That is A-OK. We've got Disney World from Melmaid, excuse me, and Lisa gave us roller coaster. So we're going to ride that roller coaster in Disney World.
So we have riding a roller coaster. We will begin with Dave, riding a roller coaster. Players, begin.
I'm riding a roller coaster at Disney World. Try that on for size.
Just being chased happens all the time. Try that on for size.
I'm Kermit the Frog. Yeah. Try that on for size.
Trying to manually air out my armpits. Try that on for size.
Goal! Try that on for size.
My knees hurt already.
Dave obviously tried to wear out Rich. Rich couldn't keep up. He is out of there, unfortunately. And let's check in with FM. Anything that we saw in any of those previous rounds that you particularly liked that we did not get to use already, FM?
Oh, yes. Yes. The first suggestion we got actually was pumping a tire. Pumping a tire.
All right, I like that a lot. So this is going to be our final round because these are our last two players. Dave, once again, you will initiate with pumping a tire. Players, begin.
I'm pumping a tire. Try that on for size.
I'm angrily making cheese. Try that on for size.
I'm playing rock, paper, scissors with the end result going to be me punching you in the face. Try that on for size.
I'm resuscitating my dad. Try that on for size.
Can I guess where the penny is? Which hand? You don't know. Try that on for size.
I'm airing out the house. Try that on for size.
I'm taking off the oxygen mask from this person's face. Try that on for size.
I'm amazed by that. Try that on for size.
All right, so no, I'm sorry. Deborah is actually amazed by that. She is out of there. 5 points go to the Sparklers for the round of Try That On for Size. So yay, show your appreciation in the chat. Give them a round of applause, waving the fingers, something to let us know that you care. We have low self-esteem. So the score is now 5 for the Sparklers, 2-0 for the Dendrites. And thank you guys very much for those suggestions in that first round. We are all warmed up. We're ready for the next round. Could we bring up the captain of the Sparkler team here so I can stop talking? All right, Captain Calvert, you won the last round. You can now choose how you like your game chosen in the round of choose.
We like it when there's choices, so we're gonna play Parallel Universe, please.
Parallel Universe. Very good. For the game of Parallel Universe, what I'd like from you guys out in our loyal fans in the audience, what I need is 3 different locations. So type in a location that you would not find on a map, like Disneyland or something like that, a non-geographical location. I'd like that for our first location. Our second location, if you want to give me a very specific type of business or room, that would be excellent. And for a third location, you can give me anything at all, any place that you think it might be interesting to be. Just write any of those things in the chat. We'll check in with FM in just a little bit for those suggestions. Now, what's going to happen is the Sparkler team will actually perform for you a scene, and they will start it in one of those 3 different locations. At any point during the scene, I can blow my whistle and call out a new location. When I call out the new location, the players will freeze briefly and then start in that new location, but they have to justify their positions at that moment in the context of the scene in that new location. So we will keep switching up the universe as we go. So basically it's like if we keep flipping into a parallel universe that happens in a different place in the world, that's how the game is played. Basically, it's self-explanatory. I just like wasting your time. We're going to let the game go for about 3 to 4 minutes, or when I feel it's exhausted its comic potential, at which point I will blow whistle and yell out time for the game. We'll then check in with the Dendrite team. They will play a different game for the round of choose, and then we'll come to you guys, and you guys will vote for which team you thought did a better job in that round. The team with the most votes, at least as far as FM can count, will receive 5 points. So that's how the round is scored as well. Let's check in with FM. What do we have coming in for our different locations?
Oh, we've got a lot of great ones. I'm going to try and just grab a couple at random here because there are so many creative suggestions. Let's go with Todd gave us, or excuse me, Greg gave us Hades.
Don't call
Greg
Greg
gave us
Todd.
Hades.
Hades.
Chris said custodial closet.
Custodial closet.
And lastly, let's go with Sue gave us King Arthur's Castle.
And King Arthur's Castle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Captain Calvert, which location would you like to begin in?
I think we'll start in the custodial closet.
All right. So this scene will start in the custodial closet. You have approximately 3 to 4 minutes for the game of Parallel Universe. Sparklers, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
And begin.
Mike, yeah, the truancy officer guy is never going to find us in here. You're a genius. This is the best way to skip school.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? There's so much stuff here we can spend time with. Like, here's a mop. We can like pretend we're like singing or something. Like, we can spend a whole day in here. Come on.
You're a genius, man. You know, I was going to sit on that bucket, but I'm glad that you're sitting on it because it had glue on it, and I didn't want glue on my pants. These are my favorite pants.
Don't worry, I'll be right back. I just gotta get the thing from the closet. Hey, what are you two doing in here?
Oh, hi, Mr.
Hades.
And needless to say, I got sent to the 7th circle of hell for that. I've been forced to suck up all the poor souls that have been turned to ash.
Yeah, well, I wish I could turn to ash. I mean, I just have boils and boils upon boils, and I'm sick of boils.
Oh, I will give you more boils. Keep going. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, chill out, devil dude. Man, I'm trying to have a nice conversation with some of the clients around here. Your customer service.
King Arthur's Castle.
And I say we shall invade France.
Ah, yes. It is I, Sir Suxalot, shall lead the way. Onward.
Yes, across the sea.
Later at France.
What's with
Custodial
the
closet.
name?
Custodial closet.
What are you doing in here, young man?
I'm trying to get this bucket off my butt. What does it look like?
You know, Mr. Smith doesn't like it when you children mess around with his equipment. He's got hard work to do.
Okay, you know, I'll help him clean. I mean, the prom's next week. You know, I'll help him afterwards.
Look here, Mr. Bucket Butt. I've had enough of your excuses.
Hades.
The itching and the boils and the itching, you know, I wish you'd come up with something a little more original.
Oh yes, well, there's been budget cutbacks here, and you know the whole lightning out of the fingers is just way too much on the old expense account, you know.
You know, and all the Netflix shows, like they stop like halfway through the season. I mean, that's not very original.
It is I, Osiris. I'm here to save my fair maiden, Eurypyle. Oh, good God, what happened to you?
Well,
King Arthur's Castle.
Oh, yo, Art, I got stabbed. Oh,
Oh no, Sir Suxalot, my most loyal knight.
I know. How coincidental, because this really sucks a lot.
Yes, don't worry, they will pay. I will avenge you because I'm pretty sure you're gonna die.
No, it's
Custodial closet.
the librarian was supposed to meet me in here. And I think she dumped me, man.
Okay, look, I told you, look, I'll help you with more than cleaning up after the prom, okay?
Hades.
Oh,
There's so much blood on my hands.
oh, my new gimmick worked. Yes.
You got a light.
Oh, sure, Mr. Burns, here you go.
Thank you.
Oh,
Big fan, by the way.
Castle.
you left me out there. I had to walk all the way from France.
Arthur. Darling, you're whining again.
Yeah. Here I thought I was like a loyal knight. You know, someone that set up like the kiddie version of the round table.
Yeah, well, closet.
And over here, this is where I store the bleach.
That's time for the game of Parallel Universe. By the Sparklers, give a wave of the fingers, a round of applause, show your appreciation in the chat for a job well done. We need to check in now with the Dendrite Captain, Captain Laguna. Welcome to the virtual center field. What game would you like to choose for the round of choose? Excuse me.
Well, I thought long and hard about this, and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up, and then I thought maybe we should play Director's Cut.
Director's Cut. Okay, I think that is not a team choice game. So is there another game that you can play with
How
just
about
your
Job Interview?
Job Interview. Okay, we can do that one. We're going to do the
better.
Job Interview.
I told you I fell asleep.
Job Interview. You're going to need to send a player out of the room, so to speak. So somebody who's going to go away and not be able to hear or see any of the suggestions we get from our loyal fans. Who's going to be leaving?
I think it's going to be me. I mean, I pretty much earned it after that.
All right. So we are sending Captain Laguna out of the area. Everybody say goodbye, Rich.
Bye, Rich.
Bye.
He can't see you, but he can feel your energy. So please be faithful in doing that. All right. So we sent Rich away. He's going to collect himself, and we are going to get from you guys a list of some different characters. So we want you guys to start writing in the chat, maybe some fictional characters, maybe some characters from TV shows, either real live celebrities or just characters, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. You can give famous celebrities from TV, movies, music, whatever you want. Some people that we would be able to recognize. Now, they're all going to come in and apply for a job. We'll get that job that they're going to be applying for, or that business that they're going to apply for a job at in just a minute. But start loading up the chat with a lot of different celebrities. Now, we're going to call Rich back into the room shortly, and Rich is going to be an interviewer at this particular business. The Dendrites will take turns coming in as those different characters that we've gotten from you guys trying to apply for the job, and they're going to drop hints and clues about who they are by answering the questions or whatever scenarios Rich proposes in the job interview. They will provide answers that drop hints and clues as to their character. Now, once Rich understands and guesses correctly what that character is, they will have to be excused, and we'll bring in the next character for the game. If Rich gets through all 6 of those different characters within, let's go 5 minutes for this game. If they go within 5 minutes and he guesses all of them correctly, they will get a bonus 3 points for their team. If they get at least 2 of them, they will get 1 point. 4 of them, they will get 2. We'll scale it appropriately because I remember math. So that's how the game is played. And that's how the round will be scored. Now, again, at the end of the game, we're still going to judge the game of Job Interview versus Parallel Universe. And you guys will vote for which team you thought did a better job. And that team will receive 5 points for the round of choose. Before we get started, though, we need to quick check in with FM. Let's get a list of 6 of our different celebrities.
Oh, certainly. We have The Rock, Kate Middleton,
Okay,
Papa Smurf,
of course.
Jack Sparrow,
All right.
Steve Urkel, and Tom Hanks.
All right, so these are 6 excellent characters for our job interview. Now start typing into the chat right before we call Rich back into the room. Give me a business that everybody is going to be applying for a job at. All right, so this job fair is for a particular business. Start writing that in there. We're going to bring Rich back into the room here. So everybody, if you're done typing, just yell out, "Hey, Rich," wherever you are. We will feel that energy, and Rich will come running back to us like a dog to its owner when you call him in for dinner. You ring the dinner bell. All right, so here comes Rich. Everybody clap for Rich.
Rich.
And Rich is back in earshot. FM, do we have one of our businesses yet?
Oh, we certainly do. Lisa gave us a cookie sprinkler.
A cookie sprinkler. That is a growing market. All right, so we have cookie sprinkling or a cookie sprinkler business, and that's what you will be interviewing jobs for. Rich, you have approximately 5 minutes for the game to get through all 6 characters. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's begin.
Send in the first one, would you? Oh,
Oh, hello.
hi there.
I forgot my hat.
Oh,
It's a little silly, but it just kind of, makes the dress. Wouldn't you agree?
it's fine. We're very formal here at the cookie sprinkling factory. Those cookies don't sprinkle themselves. That's our motto.
Oh, good. Well, I'm looking to get back to work. I just had a baby.
Oh, you did.
Other one, like 2 at least.
Oh, so you're not Queen Victoria, I see. Okay,
No.
well, tell me what makes you feel that you are qualified to be a professional cookie sprinkler?
Pretty much everyone likes me, I think. I do everything very correct. My kids are cute. My husband's okay.
Okay, well, Miss
His
Markle,
brother's here, to say.
Miss Meghan Markle, I believe we're gonna put you in the.
Please, I have made her cry.
Oh. Yes. I'm gonna think about this for a minute.
Have you been to Madison, Wisconsin, but gone west?
I have. I have.
Directly west?
Um. So tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, sometimes people say, "Kiss me, blank."
Yes. Kate.
Yes.
Kate.
I'm not first or last, just perfectly.
Middleton. Kate Middleton. I thank you for coming.
All right, yay, that's one.
Wait over there. Thank you. Send in the next. Oh.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome to Cookie Sprinklers Pandemonium. Please tell me about yourself.
Oh, I was not convicted of stalking.
Well, that makes one of us. Okay.
Okay. But I am still in love with my neighbor, Laura.
Ah, yes. Laura, your neighbor.
Yeah. I knocked over something the other day and it made a huge mess.
Oh, wow. Okay, fantastic.
Which is, and I asked everyone if I had done that, and they said yes.
Okay. Steve Urkel, I'm gonna have you wait in the maybe pile.
All right,
Over
2.
here. Thank you.
3 minutes left.
All right, I'm very psyched to be here.
Oh, wow,
but
you look strong enough to sprinkle all the cookies. Please,
right.
tell me more about yourself.
Well, I stay in really good shape to also be an excellent actor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Also, I cook.
And you cook.
Can you smell what I am cooking?
I certainly can, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I certainly can. But
That's 30.
Not gonna work out. Just send in the next.
2 minutes.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Didn't see you down there. Hello.
Hi. I really need this job. I have a ginormous family to take care of.
Oh, okay. Great. Looks like you're halfway there. We do a lot of work with the Keeblers. Please tell me what qualifications you have for this position.
Well, I am the leader of our little village. I am known to outwit humans on many occasions. I'm better and have more experience in dealing with men because there's only one woman in my village. I don't like tats.
Okay, you look a little. Are you breathing okay? You look a little blue around the face.
I'm a little sad, yes, and blue, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Smurfette, I tell you, I think you're pretty close to what we're looking for. Why don't you go wait in the maybe pile?
Oh, okay, except that I'm clearly a man and also the patriarch.
1 minute.
I'm Papa Smurf. Yes, I apologize.
All right, that's 4. 50 seconds.
Next.
Hello.
Hi there.
Can't comb through my hair, excuse me. It's very windblown.
It certainly is. Wow, it looks like you've been out there.
I've been out on the seas and pillaging.
Pillaging. Ooh, that's a good quality for what we're looking for.
Well, I love cookies. I love finding them. I love being in sequels.
Oh, okay. Well, Jack Sparrow, I believe.
Correct.
You are close.
You have 15 seconds left.
Hi, come on in.
Hi.
How do you fit in?
I want to just say thanks for having me here. It's a big honor. Almost like my 2 Oscars.
Oh, wow. Meryl Streep.
All right, that is time. That's time for the game. We're going to see if Rich can guess that last one very quickly. Rich, do you know who that last celebrity or character was?
With 2 Oscars as my only clue, I'd have to say Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Yeah, 2 Razzies maybe, but not 2 Oscars. FM, tell them what that last one was.
That last one was Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. A little thanks there that was slipped in there, I think. But they did an excellent job. I believe they got 5 out of the 6, so that's very good. Let's check in with Dr. Voice. Dr. Voice, I can't do math. I thought I could, but you need to help me.
Well, that's all right, Mark. We gave them 1 bonus point for every 2 that they got correct. So currently, the score is 5 for the Sparklers and 2 for the Dendrites.
5-2, but that's going to change right now because you guys need to immediately start voting in the chat for which team you thought did a better job in the round of choose. Red if you preferred the work of the Sparklers, blue if you preferred the work of the Dendrites. Once again, the Sparklers played Parallel Universe, the Dendrites played Job Interview. We want to give you a little bit of time to write in your votes, so we're going to check in one more time with Dr. Voice. Dr. Voice.
Well, yes.
Do you have any other announcements to make?
I have all sorts of announcements, like...
Let's do one.
Well, how about an announcement that you can follow us over on Facebook? That's right, CSZ Milwaukee is over on Facebook. And over there, we tell you when we're doing these live shows, we tell you when we're doing open improv sessions, and we tell you all about our virtual workshop. That's right. Head over to facebook.com and look for CSZ Milwaukee, and you get to join in on all this fun. Isn't it fun, Mark?
It's a lot of fun. Super fun. And I'm thrilled to get to do these shows on a regular basis with you guys, even though I can't do them in person with you guys. Thank you very much for joining us on this Friday night. Now we can check in with FM or unless it's Dr. Voice. I'm never sure who actually gets to see all the votes there. But somebody please tell me how we voted.
We share the votes, Mark, because it's a democracy, and we've read all of the votes, and your winner for that last game of Choose Your Own Game is the Dendrites!
The Dendrites.
That's right!
Yes!
And that brings the score to 7 to the Dendrites and 5 for the Sparklers. Ho-ho!
All right. So the score is now 7-5. Let's bring the captains back up on center field, and let's go to Captain Rich, because I feel like Captain Rich may already have a game in mind for the head-to-head challenge. You are now in the lead. You can challenge the Sparklers to a game of your devising.
Now, I've slept on this. And then I woke up. And I'm thinking maybe now we could play Director's Cut because I was real excited to play it. I brought it up.
All right. So we're going to play the game of Director's Cut. Captain Calvert, do you accept?
I think that's a good idea. So yes.
All right, good. As long as you don't need to sleep on it for a while. So the game is Director's Cut. What's going to happen is you are going to be seeing like an on-location type of shooting. We're going to have a couple of different scenes going, and we've got a couple of co-directors who are co-directing each scene. Now, every scene is going to consist of a Sparkler player and a Dendrite player, and they will be on your screen at the same time. However, each director will come from one of the two teams as well. They can only direct their teammate in the scene, so they can cut and suggest for their teammate to redo the scene any particular way, or they can move to a different scene and we can see the different players doing a brand new scene. Basically, that's all you need to know about the game. We have two directors. Each director is directing their teammates in the course of this scene. Now, the game will last for approximately 5 to 6 minutes, at which point we will call time, and then we will return to you guys for another round of voting. So please let both teams fill up your brain. You've got to determine which team you thought did a better job. You can use whatever team was more creative, whichever team was funnier, specific gravity. I don't care whichever one SAG registered. Doesn't matter to me, but you will vote for one team over the other, and that team will receive 5 points. Now, I totally forgot to ask for a suggestion from FM. So FM, is there anything already in the chat that you would like to use for our movie here?
Sure. We've got a lot of great suggestions that our fans gave us. Let's grab 2 of them. Let's grab Ice Cream Parlor and Carol Channing.
Ice Cream Parlor and Carol Channing. So somehow our movie must incorporate those 2 elements in one way or another. And again, my apologies to you guys for not giving you an opportunity to suggest new things. I promise to do better. All right, we're going to start with the game of Director's Cut. We need both of our directors on the playing field and our first 2 players as well. Players, you have about 6 minutes for the game. Are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
Miss Channing, here, I got all your favorite Neapolitan ice cream from your favorite parlor. I hope this pleases you.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I hope so. Like, I've been your assistant for a week now, and I really hope I really want to do a great job.
Cut. Carol, you have terrible brain freeze. Do the rest of the scene with that headache that's just going into your skull.
And Mike, I'd like to see you have some chimpanzee tendencies, in your mannerisms and the way that you speak, whatever. Just, I want more chimp.
You are.
This is very good.
No, oh no. She's brain freeze. Oh no. Look, I will
Cut. Carol, this is when you tell him your deepest desires. It's actually to dance, despite your pain.
Mike, You're a wonderful assistant, and I have been a career actor, but I, at this age of 84, am now ready to start to dance.
You know, Mike, I like the chimp, but on top of that, I feel like Gilbert Gottfried would have been a better choice than you, but he's not here. So Gilbert Gottfried chimp, if you will.
Oh boy, Carol, I would love to be your dance partner. Please dance with me.
Oh, darling, you lead.
Cut to the other scene, please. Rotate through.
60 years in the future. Yeah. And I spent all those many days and months and years with Miss Channing. Yeah. She really was quite a woman.
I understand, but tell me, the love affair, how serious was it?
Well, once you see Carol, really, that should tell the whole story. But it all started with a single dance.
Cut. Rich, yes, every time he describes something that happens with Carol, get visibly excited like a dog running in its sleep.
And Dave, I'd like to see you endorse various products throughout the scene, please. Our sponsors like that.
And Carol, wow, her skin was as pearly white as a whirlpool toilet. Porcelain shine.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. And when she sang, it sounded so clear, like when I happened to use my Bose headsets. Lifetime warranty.
Let it affect you. Howl at the moon.
Yeah, that, my friend, that, my friend, is how I got this signed autographed picture of Carol Channing.
God, one more time, Dave. I'd like you to stop the endorsements, but come up with your own sort of sign language and interpret everything you say and everything your scene partner says with your own sign language, please, as you speak.
And Rich, you are really now just living off the land. I want you to really dig deep into the earth and let that farming nature take over.
You see, when Carol spoke, I always listened.
Mm-hmm. I understand. And the thing is, me learning more about you and Carrot?
Yes. Now back to what I was saying about Carrot Channing.
Carol Channing. And
This is when Carol Channing, the ghost, enters the scene with her love interest, and they perform for you both.
I didn't realize I was dead, but I just said I was her love interest.
Oh,
God.
Her old one from before you were
born. My poor soul.
It's her.
I love you, Carol.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
That is time for our game of director's cut. It's kind of a pandemonium ending. I like it. It's like it's a mad world. And I think I took many mads. But that is the game of director's cut. And now we come to you guys. You guys should already be typing in which team you thought did a better job in the round into that chat box so we can check on which team has more votes in just a few seconds. But we're going to go to Dr. Voice one more time. Dr. Voice, hit us up with another one of those awesome announcements.
Announcement, you say?
Yes.
Well, how about CSZMKE.com? You know what that is, Mark?
No.
That's our website. That's right. We're on the internet and everything. You can go to CSZMKE.com to find our contact information. There you can get information on our applied improv workshops. You can! That's right, we can do virtual workshops for you and your company over at CSZMKE.com. Also information on our live shows, our road shows, and all of, it's a website. It's got all the information on it.
Dr. Voice, I feel like I should be going there right now.
Right after this show, that would be a great idea. Please
Right.
keep
I'll
watching.
wait until after the show, but it's very, very hard to wait. That sounds like an amazing website.
It really, it is a website. I can't say if it's amazing or not.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Voice. And now let's check in with you guys to see which team got more votes and which team is going to get 5 points for the round of Director's Cut.
Well, after all of this harsh tabulation and the pimping out of our website, I can firmly conclude that the winner of the last round was your Dendrites. Oh,
Dendrites win that round.
That's right, and that brings the score to 10. The Sparklers win, because red is for Sparklers. I was so busy thinking about our wonderful website, CSCMKE.com, that I got my colors and names mixed up. So it was the Sparklers that won, so it's 10-7. We're going to take away 1 point to Dr. Voice again. Sorry about that, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Voice Harvey. And the score is 10 for the Sparklers, 7 for the Dendrites. So the Dendrites are currently behind. That means we check in one more time with Captain Laguna. You get to issue a last chance challenge and challenge the Sparkler team to any freeze or step out game of your devising.
How about the game of movie review?
Ooh, movie reviews. So you've been challenged to movie reviews. Do you accept?
Oh, yeah.
All right. For the game of movie reviews, this is now a pun achievement game. So we are going to throw the grown foul out of the game of movie reviews. But this follows a standard joke format. And that format goes, I saw a movie about blank that was so, and the player can use whatever adjective they want. Maybe so bad, so good, so something else. It could be something like that. And then I'll say, how blank was it? So using that adjectives. And then the player will provide a punchline. I know that sounded confusing, but you'll understand here, maybe by an example. If I asked you for your favorite animal and you could have said mouse, a player could jump out and say, I just saw a movie about a mouse that was so bad. And then I will say, how bad was it? And the player will give a punchline like, oh, it was so cheesy. And that is the pun-based game of movie reviews. Now, if I thought it was a good pun, so a good kind of dad joke, something that was on par with what I just gave because I had all week to write that one, I will give a little toot on the whistle, and the team that told it will get 1 point for their team. If I thought it was bad, as judged by me and my vast reservoir of comedy knowledge, I will go and neither team will receive points. Dr. Voice, can you once again keep score for me?
I promise that this time I will do it correctly, Mark.
Okay. See, I have to go to you because you have the adding skills, but apparently the color blindness is now messing up a little bit. So we have the game of movie reviews in the chat. I'm going to need you guys to start typing in. How about we start with your favorite animal? Put your favorite animal in the chat. And I should have gotten that earlier, but it's apparently I just am so excited to explain these games to you that I forget about the need for suggestions in them. So, Dr. Voice, do you have anything else to talk about for 20 seconds?
Well, let me tell you, Mark. I don't, but I can just talk about how I have no more announcements and remind everyone to check us out on Facebook for all that information that I gave you earlier and to go to CSZMKE.com. Also, the Sparklers are the red team and the Dendrites are the blue team. In case you didn't know. I mean, I definitely knew, but in case you didn't know.
This is all true. So thank you very much, Dr. Voice. An excellent summary of tonight's match. And now let's check in with FM to see what our favorite animal for our loyal fans might be.
Oh, we've got a lot of great ones. Let's go with Michelle's dolphin.
Dolphin. Okay, so we're going to see a movie about a dolphin. And now for the next round, I want you to put in there an occupation. So an occupation that might be unusual, a strange occupation, or an occupation that you find very comforting. Anything like that, any occupation for the next round. But we have a movie about dolphins. Let's begin with Sarah, a movie about dolphins.
Saw a movie about dolphins that wasn't very good.
How bad was it?
Well, it didn't seem to have any porpoise.
Rich.
I saw a movie about dolphins. It was so foreign.
How foreign was it?
Well, at the end, it didn't say the end. It just said fin.
French. All right, Dave.
I saw a movie about a dolphin that was very surprising.
How surprising was it?
Well, people didn't expect it to do very well, but then it made a splash.
I like that. Deborah.
I saw a movie about dolphins that was so raunchy.
How raunchy was it?
It was so raunchy. Don't let your parents go because Ma'am will leave.
All right, Alicia.
I saw a movie about a dolphin, and I was totally right about the ending.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it.
Well, I predicted it, and then I turned to everyone and said, "See?"
All right, let's check in with FM for a new round. FM, what do we got?
Yes, we got a lot of great suggestions. I'm going to give the players two. John gave us Gravedigger, and Melmaid gave us Wrestler.
A grave digger or a wrestler? A movie about either of those players. Ready when you are. Movie about a grave digger or a wrestler. Mike.
I saw a movie about a grave digger, and I really wanted to leave the theater.
Okay, why?
Well, it was so bad, of course I left.
Dave.
I saw a movie about a wrestler. It won a lot of Oscars.
Really?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I got it. All right, Rich.
I saw a movie about a gravedigger. It was with my friend Al. It was terrible.
Oh, well, why was it terrible?
It was just awful. I wanted to get out so bad, and Al was in front of me, so I had to shove Al.
All right, Deborah.
I saw a movie about a grave digger that was so bad.
How bad was it?
Well, actually, it wasn't bad. I just couldn't enjoy it at all because the lady next to me kept coughing.
All right, Sarah.
I saw a movie about a wrestler wrestling that was pretty good.
How good was it?
Well, it starred that Damon guy, Matt.
Nice. Alicia.
I saw a movie about a gravedigger that was so bad.
How bad was it?
I had to leave halfway through. I ghosted.
All right, Dave.
I saw a movie about a wrestler that was so scary.
How scary was it?
You wanted to make it to the end. You had to be a macho man.
Mike.
I saw a drive-in movie about a wrestler last winter.
Okay, tell me about it.
It was a pretty good movie, but I mean, I couldn't enjoy it because it was stone cold.
Rich.
I saw a movie about a wrestler that was so good.
How good was it?
It was so good that they played it on all 7 screens at the Suplex.
All right, let's check in with FM. FM, wild card. Do we have any other suggestions that you really liked in there that you wanted to get a chance to use?
Oh, I certainly do. Sarah was quick to give us our first suggestion of Cat in the Hat. So let's go with Cat in the Hat. Shannon gave us Fedora.
Ooh.
And then my mom gave the weird suggestion of Snuggler.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have a cat in a hat, we have a fedora, we have a snuggler. Snuggler,
Yes.
not smuggler, right?
Nope, Snuggler.
Okay, snuggler. Okay, all right. Player's choice on that one. Let's start with Alicia.
I saw a movie about a snuggler that was so bad.
How bad was it?
Like literally, I gagged me with a spoon.
All right, Dave.
I saw a movie about a snuggler that was so touching.
How touching was it?
Honestly, it made me cry right at the end, right at the embrace.
Mike.
I saw a movie about the Cat in the Hat that was so confusing.
How confusing was it?
Well, like the camera didn't focus on anything. All I could see was thing 1, thing 2. Like.
All right, Deborah.
I saw a medical documentary about a cat in a hat that was so inaccurate.
How inaccurate was it?
Well, the Dr. Seuss.
You know what? That's time. That's time for the game of movie reviews. I like that one. That one grew on me the more I thought about it. So, while Dr. Voice is trying to tally up the good jokes and come up with the right assignment for each number, we're going to welcome. We're going to thank our players one more time with a little round of applause, a wave of your fingers, show your appreciation in the chat. Thank you once again for joining us on this Friday night. We've been having these virtual shows about every other week. So join us again in another couple weeks for the next one. And let's also acknowledge the men behind the scenes. First of all, FM, our field manager, Mr. Mike Kauth.
Yeah.
And our Dr. Voice for this evening, Mr. Jack Packard. So they do an excellent job keeping things running behind the scenes. It is not an easy task, and they always make it seem seamless, even when we have a night where sometimes the wrong person gets up on the screen. It happens, but they do a great job keeping things moving forward, and we really appreciate everything that they do to keep the shows going for us week in and week out. So now, to heighten the suspense, get a drum roll going, drum on whatever you have handy. Just slap your hands against something over and over again, but not too hard, because you need those hands tomorrow and you don't want them to hurt too long. And you definitely don't want them to swell up. So if you're drumming for too long, you might want to put some ice on it after we're done. And now, Dr. Voice, what's the final score?
The final score, once all the puns have been tabulated, is 19 for the Sparklers and 16 to the Dendrites, which means your winner is your Sparklers.
The Sparklers win. Thank you once again, everybody. Join us again in a couple of weeks, and...
Well, that's not all, Mark. Don't worry. Your Dendrites get to go home with these wonderful prizes, right, Dendrites? Like Deborah Stencil, you get to go home with a scented candle. That looks like it smells great. Bye, Deborah. And Alicia Altstetter, what do you get to go home with? That's an alien lander pod. That looks phenomenal. You stole that from Mars. Bye, Alicia. And of course, Captain Rich Laguna, what do you get to go home with? That looks like a cell phone, but it has a cord on it. What ancient technology is that? Get out of here, Rich. And your winning Sparklers, Mike Durenberg, you get to go home with some Triscuit crackers. Delicious Triscuit, well, just the box apparently, because you ate them all. Enjoy that. And Dave Wirtz, you get to go home with that doll of Gomez Adams, perhaps? It could be. I don't know who that is. Bye, Dave. And Captain Sarah Calvert, the winningest captain, you get a snorkel. Now you can breathe slightly underwater. Bye, Sarah. And of course, our referee for tonight's match, Mark the Biscuit Redlick, you get to go home with a tiny, tiny plant. We couldn't afford a bigger plant. I'm so sorry. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I hope you have a good night. Goodbye.
did you lose a point?